Johnson Marionettes present The Secret with a special introduction by Applesauce and G Wizard. Chapter 1, The Mummy. Applesauce the Dragon and his good old buddy G Wizard the Gremlin are about to introduce a story to you. They are ready to land at an ancient Egyptian temple. There are a lot of old Egyptian hieroglyphs in there. That's ancient Egyptian picture writing. There's a mummy laying on a small table, and next to him against the wall is a sarcophagus. A sarcophagus is the name of the box that they used to put mummies in. Applesauce and G Wizard are circling, looking for a place to land.
Whoa, Applesauce, let's land here.
That was G Wizard hitching a ride on Applesauce's nose.
Yeah.
And that was Applesauce. Here they come. They're gliding in on final approach. What a smooth landing. And now they're sliding to a stop.
Put your head down, Applesauce, and let me hop off your nose. Please, Applesauce.
Yeah.
That's better.
Applesauce softly set his head down, and G Wizard hopped off.
Hey, you know where we are?
G Wizard lifted up into the air and hovered there.
I'll bet we're in an old Egyptian temple. Wow! I'll bet this place is really old. Maybe 4,000 years old. The folks here in Egypt built cities, pyramids, and great stone temples long before anybody else did.
Yeah.
And they had writing too. They used pictures for writing.
G Wizard pointed to the hieroglyphs on the wall.
I'll bet those pictures on the wall really mean something.
Yeah.
Hey, Applesauce, look at this.
G Wizard pointed toward the sarcophagus in the corner.
A mummy case, and hey, a mummy! When their pharaoh died, they used pharaoh for king. Anyway, when their pharaoh died, they wrapped him up like this and put him in a fancy box like that one over there.
G Wizard flew up to the mummy and landed right next to him.
Hey, mister! He didn't answer. Maybe he's sleeping.
Aw, look at Applesauce. He's pushing the mummy to try and wake him up.
Applesauce, you can't wake him up. I was just teasing. Gosh, he's been sleeping there for 4,000 years. I'll bet you a lot of real interesting things happened here. I wonder what it was like 4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
In walked a beautiful young lady with long black hair, wearing a white Egyptian dress. She knelt down beside the mummy, put her hands on it. I think she's crying. Then she got up and walked away. Hey, look, someone else is coming. Two men. One is the tall man, bony, skinny, dressed in a long white robe. The other is a short, chunky man, also dressed in a long white robe.
I am high.
The tall man said.
And I am low.
Yes, that was the short, chunky one.
I am the high priest, and you are the low priest. I do the high work, and you do the low work. So get busy and put the mummy in the case.
High pointed his bony finger at Low.
Oh, yes, the mummy. If I must, I must. But where is it? Where is the mummy?
The low priest spun around looking for the mummy.
I want my mummy!
Right there, stupid.
The high priest pointed at the wall where the mummy was. Low spotted the mummy against the wall.
There's my mummy!
You must be more respectful. This is the body of our beloved pharaoh who so recently died. And without an heir to the throne, too. Now we have no pharaoh, and nobody knows how the next pharaoh of Egypt will be chosen.
How about one of us?
One of us? You mean me? Yeah, I would make the sacrifice. Yes, I would be pharaoh. In fact, I intend to be. What power I shall yield. I will but speak, and everyone will jump.
Don't do that. You scared me.
High scared Lo nearly out of his sandals.
Now get busy and put the mummy in the case. Hurry, it is nearly time to take it to the Great Pyramid.
The high priest turned around and walked out.
Let's see. How am I going to do this? Put the mummy in the case, he says, just like that.
Lo studied the mummy to figure out a way to get him up into the sarcophagus.
Well, here goes.
He grabbed a hold of the mummy to try to lift him up into the box.
Heavy. It's coming. Almost got him up. If I could just boost it up. It's coming. About there. There. Got it.
As Lo was admiring his work, he realized that something was wrong.
Doesn't look right somehow. It's upside down. Gotta turn it over. How am I gonna do this?
Lo had to pull out the mummy and then place it back in right side up. Finally, Lo put the mummy into the correct position.
There. Got it at last. Now I'll close it up and...
Lo closed the door of the sarcophagus. He turned his back just in time for the door to open, spilling the mummy on him.
Get back in there.
Lo stuffed the mummy back in.
I better close it quick and close it good this time so he won't fall out again.
And slammed the door shut.
There, that should do it. Now, to go and sit down, I sure am tired. I'll sit on the box over there.
Lo was exhausted, so he walked to the corner of the room and sat on that golden treasure chest.
There.
Loafing again, eh?
Lo quickly jumped off the box.
But
You got the mummy in the case, I see. Well, good. There's still work to be done. The ceremony of entombment takes place tomorrow. Take the mummy case over there right away.
Again, High turned around and smugly walked out of the room.
take it to the pyramid, he says. Just like that. Well, if I gotta, I gotta. And I guess I gotta, so I better.
Lo walked across the room to see if there was any way that he could lift that heavy sarcophagus. Then he thought maybe he could just pick it up and carry it over there.
It looks sorta heavy. How am I gonna carry it over to the pyramid? I can't even get my arms around it. Too fat, I guess. I'm gonna have to start losing some weight tomorrow.
Then Lo thought of that golden box that he was sitting on earlier.
I wonder what's in that box.
Lo leaned over the gold box.
Wish I dare peek? Dare I?
He slowly reached for the lid,
No.
but pulled his hand back.
Just a little peek?
He changed his mind and reached again.
I'll do
Oh,
it.
priest!
Lo was startled by the princess's voice in the hallway.
Who is that? Who is that?
Lo stood up straight, pretending like he'd never touched that box.
Here!
He looked all around to find that familiar voice.
I cannot see you.
You're getting warmer. Here I
The
am.
princess stepped in from the hallway.
It's you, Princess Tarara.
Yes, and I want a word with you.
About what?
I need your help.
The princess worked her way closer.
You're a man of great importance here in Egypt.
Lo's face turned red with embarrassment.
Aw,
I'm sure the things you do carry a lot of weight.
well,
As you know, I am not an Egyptian. My father is the king of Babylon. He sent me here to marry the king of Egypt. But now, poor dear Pharaoh is dead. I want to get back home. Please help me.
I'm sorry. There is nothing that I can do. You should see the high priest. He's running things around here now.
Lo turned his back to her.
But he's so mean.
I've gotta go. Things to do, you know. Bye.
Lo quickly escaped the room.
No, don't go.
Isn't this a charming sight?
The evil high priest walked into the room.
The princess cries. May I be of some help?
You know what I want? I want to go home to Babylon.
I'm afraid that's not possible, but perhaps I can help. You wanted to be the queen of Egypt, did you not? Suppose that I became the pharaoh. You could be my queen, could you not?
No.
I gave the princess an evil stare.
You loved the old pharaoh, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
And you won't be my queen?
No.
The high priest pointed his bony finger at the princess.
Then stay with your love, this mummy. Stay with him here in the pyramid for the rest of your days, or at least until you decide to change your mind about being my queen.
The high priest's evil laugh angered the princess.
You are speaking to a princess.
A princess? Oh yes, a princess.
The high priest pointed his bony finger as he walked towards her.
You will live like a princess inside the pyramid. Now go.
The priest pointed to the exit, and the princess ran out the door crying.
I'm a mean one, aren't I? I've got to be the next pharaoh of Egypt. Oh, how wonderful it would be. What power I shall have.
The high priest was daydreaming about himself as the low priest walked in.
Hi.
I'll build the greatest palace in the world.
Hi.
Low tried to break in.
The greatest pyramid.
Hi.
Low finally got his attention. I turned around and angrily looked at Low.
Don't bother me. Can't you see I'm daydreaming?
But the mummy case, I couldn't move it. Couldn't we get more slaves to do it?
Of course, of course. Don't bother me when I'm thinking about how wonderful I am. Let's see. Oh yes, I'll build great temples that will last thousands of years.
The low priest quickly lost interest at Low's plotting, and his gaze went to that gold box.
Hi.
Be quiet, will you? I've got to become the next pharaoh. But how to get to be the pharaoh? That's the problem. If I had great wealth, jewels, that's it, jewels.
The low priest impatiently broke in.
What's in the box, Hi?
I'd give a jewel here and a jewel there and get all the strength and support I need. But where to get the jewels?
Hi, what's in the box?
Be quiet, will you? I'm making plans.
A light bulb finally appeared in the high priest's head.
What's in the box, you say? A good question. What is in the box?
Let's open it and find out.
No, we must not dare.
Why not?
It belongs to the dead pharaoh. It must be placed inside the pyramid with him. The contents are secret.
Why?
Why? I don't know why. The pharaoh said so before he died. He said that his box should be placed beside his case inside the pyramid and must not be opened. The contents are forever secret.
Low reached for the box.
Let's take a peek. Who'd know?
The high priest cringed at the thought.
We must not dare. How do we know that the pharaoh placed a curse on the box? To open it might be sudden death.
The low priest jumped back.
We will have the box placed in the pyramid as directed. Then we will get some simple fool to open it for us. If he dies, who cares? We can help ourselves to any gold and jewels we find. Nobody will know. Now, to find a fool to open it.
All right, and I'll be the high priest.
And I'll be the pharaoh.
Chapter 2, The Fool. In a little Egyptian town made up of tiny stone buildings, there is a young man dancing in the middle of a street. He doesn't seem to have a care in the world. There's his mother, about to come out of the door of her modest home.
Ramus!
She looked both ways down the street.
Promise, come back here, you fool.
She is an older woman with lines on her face and wearing ragged clothing.
Come back here, I say. Huh, what a fool of a boy I have. Can't get him to be serious about anything. He always wants to dance and play. I want him to get me some water. I guess I'll just have to wait until he comes back.
She turned around and walked back into her house. Look, a parade. No, it's just Lo. The Lo priest is being carried on a royal litter.
Stop the processional!
No, stop.
The priest's processional came to a stop. He just climbed off the litter and he's coming our way.
I want to inquire at this house. Did the lady say something about a fool? Maybe I have found the right place at last. Why does Hyde make me do all the work? Find a simple person that is foolish enough to enter the royal tomb of the pharaoh and open a secret box without asking any question. That's what I am supposed to do. I have been hunting and hunting for days, but nobody's that stupid. Anyway, I'll try this house.
Lo just happened to stop at Rames's house.
Hello? Anybody here?
Just a doggone minute.
Rames's mother walked up to the door.
Here I am. What is this? Are you a king?
Oh, no, good woman. I am not a king. I am the low priest of the temple to Ra, the sun god.
Oh, the great temple by the pyramid?
Now, don't be alarmed, madam. I am taking sort of a survey. I would like to ask you a few questions, and then I'll be on my way.
What do you want to know?
How many of you dwell in this humble abode?
What's that?
Rames's mother had no clue what he said.
How many people live here?
Oh, why didn't you say that in the first place? There's just myself.
You live here all alone?
Then the poor lady remembered.
That's right, except for that stupid son of mine, of course.
Lo walked closer to her.
You have a son.
That's what I said. What's the matter? Don't you understand Egyptian?
Lo was getting a little frustrated.
Did you say he's a bright young man?
I said he's a stupid fool. Just dances around and plays all day. Not a single serious thought in his head.
I'd like to meet your son. Maybe I can help him.
Fine, talk to him all you want. He's a fool, I tell you.
The old woman shielded her eyes from the sun and pointed down the road.
Look over there. There he is. Well, if you will excuse me, I've got work to be doing.
The old woman went back into her home. Hai turned around with a big smile on his face, then went out to greet the young man.
This looks good. Maybe I found the one I seek at last.
Rames was daydreaming while dancing in the middle of the street. He didn't even realize that the low priest was standing there. So Lo walked up to Rames to try to get his attention.
Young man!
That didn't work.
Young man!
That didn't work either.
Young man, stop!
Now that worked.
You want me, mister?
Finally, Rames stopped dancing.
Come here, my boy.
What do you want?
The low priest put his arm around Rames like he was his very best friend.
I would like to give you a camel, all of your very own.
No one had ever given Rames anything before, so he was very surprised.
You mean a live one?
Of course.
Oh, boy.
Lo turned and pointed to the caravan.
See that fine-looking animal over there? He could be yours, and other rewards too. All you have to do is open the box.
Rames is starting to get a little suspicious.
Open the box? That's all?
That's all.
Well, give me the box and I'll open it.
Well, it isn't as simple as all that. It's in the royal tomb of the Great Pyramid. You are to go there tonight.
Now he's not so sure, so he backed up.
I knew there was a catch to it.
Lo tried to reassure him as he got closer.
No catch. Just ride the camel to the pyramid, enter in, open the box. The high priest will be there to reward you when you are finished.
Sounds easy enough.
There's nothing to it, really.
And I get to keep the camel?
Rames glanced over at the big animal.
Yes, that is provided you open the box, of course. The caravan waits to take me back to the temple. We will see you at the pyramid tonight, huh?
I'll be there. The low priest shook Rames's hand, took a few steps forward, stopped, and turned back around.
Good. Until tonight, then.
Lo continued the walk to his caravan. When he got there, he loosened the reins and handed them to Rames. Then finally got back into his caravan.
Start the caravan back to the temple.
Oh, Rames can't believe what just happened. So he did the happy dance and sang.
Tra-la-la and yippee-yay, oh what a lucky day, oh what a lucky day, oh what a lucky day. Tra-la-la and yippee-yay, he gave me a camel, he gave me a camel, he gave me a camel.
Rames looked over his new camel, his new best friend. Oh, he just can't believe how lucky he is. So he tried his best to show the camel that he's his friend. Come here, camel. Come on now. That's the boy. Wow, the camel walked right up to him. Right over here. Come on. I won't hurt you. Rames petted the camel just above his nose, then looked into his big brown eyes. You are a beautiful camel. And you know what? You're all mine. We'll be pals, won't we? I'll be real good to you. Wait and see. Hey, how about a ride? Can you kneel? The camel kneeled his front legs on the ground. What a fine camel you are. Now let's see how to get up there. Rames had to figure out how to climb up on the camel's back. There, made it. Then the two danced away the rest of the day. Chapter 3, The Great Sphinx. It's the middle of the night, and Rames rode his camel, he named Lotus Blossom, up to the Great Pyramid. You can see the pyramid and the Great Sphinx glowing in the moonlight. Here we are, Lotus Blossom, the entrance to the pyramid. Now all I have to do is go inside and open the box. I wonder why they want me to open that old box anyway. Why don't they open it themselves? Sounds kind of strange if you think about it. Rames climbed down off of Lotus Blossom. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe something would happen to me. Oh, poof. Nothing could happen. Besides, I'd have to give you back if I didn't go through with it. Rames petted his camel on the nose. So I guess I'd better. Rames led his camel up to the dark entrance of the pyramid. He looked deeply into the bowels of the blackness. Looks kind of dark in there. I'm not scared though. No, not a bit. Well, might as well get started. Lotus Blossom, you stay here. I wouldn't want you wandering off. I might need you in a hurry. The camel took off like a shot right into the pyramid. No! Come back here, Lotus Blossom. That old camel. She's not supposed to go in there. Come back here, Lotus Blossom, before you get lost. Lotus Blossom, do you hear me? Guess she doesn't, or doesn't want to. I'll have to go in after her. I was going in there anyway. I might as well get started, I guess. Well, here goes.
Come back here.
Did somebody call?
I called.
Rames glanced all around, but could not find anyone. I can't see anybody. Who am I talking to?
I am the Great Sphinx.
A sphinx? That's made out of stone. It can't talk. Who are you anyway? Come on out.
I am the Sphinx, and I speak to you. How dare you enter the tomb of the great Pharaoh?
I'm not gonna hurt anything. I'm just going to open a box like they told me to.
Who told you to?
I don't know. A man. He came to my house. I think he was a priest from the great temple Ra.
You may enter the pyramid if you properly answer the riddle.
What's that?
What creature is it that first walks on 4 legs, then on 2, then on 3 legs.
Let's see. First on 4 legs, then on 2, then on 3 legs. I think I know. Man, because when he is a baby, he crawls on all 4s. And when he is a little older, he learns to walk on 2 legs. And when he becomes an old man, he needs a walking stick to help him along. Am I right, Great Sphinx?
Your answer is correct. You are a wise boy. You may now enter the pyramid.
Oh, thank you, Great Sphinx. Ramis turned towards the pyramid.
Wait.
That startled Ramis, so he stopped and looked back at the Sphinx.
A word of warning. Take nothing from the pyramid, and no harm will befall you. Remember, take nothing.
Oh, thank you, Great Sphinx. I will remember. Ramis waved to the Sphinx. Well, here goes. Into the pyramid. Then started his adventure into the dark pyramid. Chapter 4. The New Pharaoh. Ramis found the burial chamber and walked inside. The only light was a dull torchlight shimmering off the walls. He could see all sorts of artifacts and treasures as he walked in. Sure is a long way in here. This must be the place I'm looking for. I wonder where the low priest is. He said he would meet me here. I wish he'd come. This place gives me the creeps. I'd like to get the job done and get out of here. There was some fruit laying in an offering jar on the table. Hey, look now. Food. Looks good, too. That reminds me I haven't eaten for a long time and I'm hungry. Might as well not let this food go to waste. Ramis reached for a piece of sweet fruit. Wait now. This food was put here for the Pharaoh spirit to eat. It doesn't look like he's very hungry. Ramis quickly pulled his hand back. Oh, that's right. The Sphinx warned me not to take anything from the pyramid. Maybe I had better not eat it. I'll just leave it alone. He wisely backed up from the table. Wonder where that box is I'm supposed to open. Ramis looked all around the room and spotted a tall box. I wonder if this is it. Well, if it is, there's one way to find out. I'll open it. Ramis went up to the tall box and started pulling it open. Yay, a mummy! Ramis quickly pushed the mummy back in and slammed the door shut. I guess that's not the box I'm looking for. I wish the low priest would get here. I don't like this place. I want to get on my camel and go home. The door slowly opened again, and the mummy's arm flopped down onto his shoulder. Was this something touching my shoulder? I wonder. Hey! The mummy, you get back in there, you! Again, Ramis quickly shoved the mummy back in and slammed the door shut. There. I think he'll stay in there this time. There's footsteps outside the room on the stone floor. Somebody's coming. Maybe it's the low priest. Maybe it's the high priest. Maybe it isn't. Ramis hid behind the sarcophagus. And who just walked in? It's the princess.
Can you help us?
Why don't you just walk out?
The wicked high priest has all the exits from this pyramid well guarded. We could not get out.
I got in.
They wanted you to.
I wish I could help you.
Why are you here?
The low priest, he seemed nice enough, asked me to come here and open a box. It must be that box. Ramis turned and pointed at the gold chest.
You must not open it.
What's in it?
I do not know. It belonged to the Pharaoh. It was his most closely guarded secret. He said if anything should happen, that he should die before we were married, it would be entombed with him inside the pyramid and nobody would ever know what's in it.
I'll see if the boy has come.
It's the high priest. Better not let him see you talking to me.
The princess turned around to leave. Then she stopped, looked back, and warned.
Remember, do not open the box.
The princess hurried out of the room. But then, in walked the high priest.
What is your name, boy?
Ramis?
Ramis, eh? All right, Ramis. You have been told what you are to do. This is the box. Open.
Ramis said this while shaking his head. I'm sorry. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to open it.
Oh, you've changed your mind, have you?
The high priest's face is red with anger. Yes, I have. You can have the camel back. She's here in the castle somewhere. Sure is a nice camel, though. The angry high priest walked right up to Ramis.
You will open the box.
No,
Yes.
I don't want to. The high priest, with his fists clenched, walked up to Ramis even closer.
If you wish to leave this pyramid, open the box. Look now, there is nothing to fear. Just open the box. You can keep the camel. The box is probably filled with gold and jewels. I will give you some of them when I become Pharaoh. I will make you a nobleman, and you will live in splendor. How does that sound?
No.
I will leave you for a few moments. When I return, I want to see the box open.
The angry high priest turned and walked out. What should I do? Should I open it or not? Ramis paced back and forth while keeping his eye on the golden box. Princess Tarara warned me not to. The priest said it contains jewels and he would give me some of them. But the Sphinx warned me to take nothing from the pyramid. What should I do? I have it. I'm alone here. Nobody will know what I do here. I could open it just a little and take a peek inside. I think that's what I'll do. Here goes. I'll open it just a crack. Ramis got on his hands and knees in front of the box and lifted the lid just a little bit. He struggled to peek through the little crack. I can't see anything. I'll open it a little wider. Again, he opened the lid just a teeny bit more. I still can't see what's in there. A little bit more. He opened the box until it was about halfway opened. Well, as long as I've gone this far, I might as well open it the rest of the way. Ramis did open the box the rest of the way. The top fell back and the box was wide open. There. Now let's see what the mystery is all about. Ramis stood up, looked inside the box, rubbed his eyes, looked inside the box again. Why, I can't believe it. It just can't be. Oh no, this is sure funny. There isn't anything in the box, nothing at all. It is completely empty. The high priest walked back into the room.
Did you open the box, Ramis?
Yes, I have, high priest.
Good. I am glad you reconsidered. You will be well rewarded. You are a good boy, Ramis. When I am Pharaoh...
The high priest finally looked into the box.
Why, there is nothing in it.
No, I guess there isn't.
What did you do with it?
With what?
With whatever was in that box.
There wasn't anything in that old box. Honest, there wasn't. I didn't take anything out of it. The high priest closed his eyes and backed up from the box.
Empty, empty. The box was empty.
The high priest bent over as in great pain. Look, about my reward.
Get out. Get out of here.
Well, all right, if that's the way you keep your promises.
Ramas turned around and ran out of the room. The high priest was desperately pacing back and forth.
What will I do? What will I do now? I was so sure that this box would make me Pharaoh. My plans are gone, all of them. But somehow, I will still become the Pharaoh of Egypt. Somehow.
The low priest entered the room.
Hello, High. The box is open. I'm just dying to see what's in it.
Lo looked into the box.
Hey, I don't see anything.
Of course not, stupid. It is empty.
I could see it was empty, but what did you do with the things that were in it? The jewels.
It's empty, I tell you. It was empty. It has always been empty.
No jewels?
No jewels. I feel weak. Sick. I think I had better go lie down.
The high priest staggered out of the room as if to pass out.
Poor High. He's so disappointed. So the box was empty. Too bad. It would have been nice to be high priest, but I don't think High would have made a good pharaoh. He's too mean, sorta.
I bent over and looked into the box.
Hey, what's this? There's something written here. It's the pharaoh's picture writing, all right. Let's see. It says, the person with the courage to open the box will be the next Pharaoh of Egypt. Hey, what's happening? What's going on? Look at me. What's happened? What does it mean?
Ramas ran back into the room, dressed in Pharaoh's clothing.
It's true. It means, my boy, that by opening the box, you became the next Pharaoh of Egypt.
So it is written in the box.
Me, Pharaoh? Yes. Excuse me, Your Majesty. Hi. Me, Pharaoh? It cannot be true. But it must be. Look at me. I do not understand. But if I am Pharaoh, I will rule with kindness and fairness for all.
It can't be.
But it is, High. It is. Down on your knees and praise the new Pharaoh of Egypt.
The evil high priest fell to his knees.
Long live the Pharaoh.
The new Pharaoh marched up to the high priest.
High priest, I do not understand all of this, but somehow I guess I am the new Pharaoh of Egypt. The Princess Tarara will be set free and returned to Babylon.
Yes, great Pharaoh.
You will be responsible for their safety.
Yes, great Pharaoh.
Oh, and by the way, can I keep the camel?
Yes, great Pharaoh.